Hello my friends. The last week I started to play the new game Random Dice Go, and I have to say I like the game a lot until now. After a few days of thinking, I decided to make a video first to see what you guys say about this game. If you like it too, then I will try to play it more seriously in the future and maybe we can get one or more places in the rankings there too. However, please leave a feedback to this game and also to my video. Both would be very helpful and I would really appreciate it. Now let's take a look at the game. The tutorial explains it perfectly, but I know how lazy humans are. So I will repeat it in a very short summary. You place your dice and let them fight. That's it. But that it doesn't sound ridiculous, I have a few more facts. Every round you have 20 seconds to place 3 dice of your choice. 3 of them from your deck will be randomly presented and you have to select one. That 3 times. There are melee, range, support, tank and a lot of legendary dice with special abilities. As a random dice fan you know most of them of course. But there are also some completely new dice designs that you don't know and the abilities of some dice are also very exciting in my opinion. However, I think it is logical that the player who has more dice on the board at the end will win. So you see it is very simple. Of course it gets more complex with the strategy and everything depending on how high you climb up in the rank. Currently I have reached the professional classes. The highest rank at the moment is Pro Tier 9 and I am at Pro Tier 1, so there is still a lot to do for me. But if you even want more things to do, you can start some Leech matches. In Leech matches you start a battle royal with 8 people. The first 4 get a win and the rest a lose. Depending on the place's rank, you will get the amount of diamonds and chest case, which you need to open chests. That's actually a really good way to grind more and upgrading your dice up. The only thing what disappointed me a little bit was that you have to pay money if you wanna use the in-game chat lounge. Of course you get also other benefits like exclusive nicknames or emojis and the dice lab which allows you to search for specific dice which makes it easier to grow up. Still, I think at least the chat could be for free. But before we complain about that, we should maybe wait for the future updates to add partners and play together with them. Maybe until then we will also have a free chat lounge. Anyways, for today I planned to show you my first steps in this game, which dice or decks I use to reach the pro tiers, and I will say you also which normal dice and legendary dice is my favorite until now. If anyone is still interested,
I play free to play, and never forget that this video is based on my personal opinion. If you think you use better decks, strategies or dice, then maybe that is true. I don't claim to be the best, so learn from my mistakes and do it better if possible. In the best case, you share your opinion with us in the comments.
however, let's start with my first steps in the game. The very first thing I did was to take a look at the leaderboard. I wanted to see what decks and especially what dice are often in the top 100 rankings. So I was able to filter out which dice were good to invest the gold in right from the beginning, without having played at all. I found out 3 dice and tried to include them in my decks as good as possible. These 3 dice were the gun dice, the sword dice and the shield dice. Before we start with the gameplays, I can tell you already the gun dice is my favorite dice so far, simply because it has brought me the most victories. I think it is also the only dice that was always in my deck until the pro tiers and even there I still use it. It just has a huge range and there are these 2 corners that are absolutely perfect for the gun dice. Of course you can counter everything and every strategy somehow, but these 2 corners covered with guns seem to be quite difficult to defeat for a lot of players. If we are already at my favorites, I can also directly say my favorite legendary dice. It is the legendary white tiger dice. First, because I lost most of the games against this dice, and second, because I don't have it. I don't know why, but somehow I feel I don't have the hottest legendaries yet. Judgment dice, white tiger dice, solar and lunar. These are really strong legendaries that I sadly don't have until now. But I'm sure I will get them someday. Anyways, I hope my ridiculous win rate will not scare you off. At some point I tried out different dice and decks. I was sure that I will lose more often because of all the tests, but the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And it was more important to me to learn the game than to finish it with a perfect statistic. But before I continue to talk, I will just show you some gameplays in different decks now. Maybe you can find one or several decks to play with. Or if you have used completely different decks, let me know. I would be very interested to see what kind of strategies you guys are using. I hope the gameplays will help you a little bit and you enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks for your feedback if you write some, good luck in this game and see you very soon.